Buongiorno, how's it going? This is Axel Maaw from Become Top 1%. Today, let's talk about how to meet her for the first time. As you know, I'm an experienced dating coach, so I know all the steps that usually a man has to take to getting to know her for the first time and then continue until he gets to the point that he wants to get. Most of the time is converting this first meeting into a relationship, but at the time it's just like to meet many girls and have a rotation and have this experience of a little bit as a playboy, we can say. Therefore, what's the first step that you have to do when you want to meet her for the first time? Well, the first thing that you have to know, there are three types of openers. Most likely, the ones that you're gonna use are a direct opener, indirect opener, and my favorite, which is the situational opener. There are some others, like for example, the opinion opener, but the ones that you're probably gonna use the most are those three. A direct opener is when you go directly to her and you say, "Hey, hi, I've seen you here and I think you're super cute, so my name is Axel, nice to meet you." The indirect opener, it will be anything but something that makes her understand that you're actually have an interest in her. For example, you can ask the time. "Hi, excuse me, do you know what time is it?" Or, "Hi, excuse me, do you know where is the closest Starbucks of the area?" So you would use a direct one when you have a little bit more skills, when you're a little bit more trained, when you know better what you're doing. Instead, you will use the other one when you really don't know what to do, how to do it. The first one, you can do it when you have more experience. When you have more experience talking with girls, opening, starting conversation, then you can go for a direct one. When you really are afraid, when you have like this, this fear inside you, then it will be way more complicated. Thus, you want to use something more indirect just to break the ice and know how to start a conversation. Of course, at one point with the indirect, you're going to have to transition into a conversation. To transition to a conversation, you can just say like, after she answers, "Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's 2 blocks that way." And you say, "Oh, are you from the area?" She will say yes, no, and then you can say, "Oh yes, I am from the area, but like I never go there, so that's why I just wanted a coffee now." Or, "Yes, I'm not from the area, that's why, but it's cool. You really know where your coffees are. You're a coffee drinker, huh?" So from there, you're transitioning. Of course, it can be more complicated, but if you don't practice, you will never get it. Now, my favorite is situational opener. A situational opener is whatever is happening in the situation. Let's say there is an ice cream shop and say like, "Oh, you have the face of someone who really loves ice cream, aren't you?" Or there's a coffee shop, you're close to a coffee shop and say like, "You really have the face of someone who loves coffee, aren't you a coffee lover?" Then it depends on what she's saying, yes, no, whatever, and then you can just continue your trial into the conversation. The situational opener is very much used by any natural, which natural is all a topic. I can talk you in another episode what a natural is or not. But let's say the natural guys, the ones that are more, since they are young, they're better into talking with girls, starting conversation, flirting, and so on. So most of the time they use this type of opening. It's very rare that they're gonna use an indirect one. And direct for sure, they use a lot of direct. "Hey, hi, I see you. You're like, you're beautiful. Like, really? Hi, what's your name? My name is Axel. Nice to meet you." I use also direct opener. I never use indirect opener. I all have my ideas on why not to use the indirect. But if you really are afraid, I really suggest you to do that. And as a bonus, the opinion opener is literally asking an opinion. Something like, "Hey, hi, can you tell me who cheat the most, man or woman?" Anything that you can imagine like that. "Hey, hi, what is better? Go to the beach or go to the mountain?" Any opinion that you can imagine about woman, man, about specific influencer or whatever you want, you can ask it and it's completely fine. Try to practice this suggestion. If you really want to talk with a girl that you don't know, it's an amazing starting point. I will tell you much more during other episodes, always talking about masculinity and mindset. This is Axel Maaw from Become Top 1%. You always want to aim to become the top 1%. See you next time.